And I put in the listing that I don't know if this is vintage or antique or Avon. I even put that right in the listing, so hopefully somebody got a giggle out of that. Hello and welcome to M Cubed. I am Brian, the Motley Mix Merchant. Thank you very much for dropping by. If it's the first time you're here, I'm a Canadian eBay reseller who is just going through the auctions and going to the thrift stores and picking things up on the cheap and flipping them over for a little bit of profit on eBay. But I'm doing this mainly for the fun and chronicling it all here on YouTube so people can see my successes and my failures. And it has been a very successful week here at the M Cubed household. Usually what I do here is I talk about things that sold, then I talk about what I picked up. I'm going to start off though with getting rid of the elephant in the room. This, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be staring at it if you watch the video, is what happens when you have been blowing your nose for 2 days with fall allergies and then you decide to use a straight razor for the first time in 6 months. Yeah. So anyhow, it's healing. It's fine. I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. All right, let's go. Wow, what a week. Since I spoke with you last, about 7 days ago, I have sold 8 things on the eBay store, and then I had another trip to the auction house. I know I said I wasn't going to go for a little while, but I dropped in on my friends to take some boxes back, and I found out that they were having an amazing sale this past Thursday. I'll get into what I picked up and show you a few of the items in a little bit. But first, let's talk about what sold on eBay this week. Starting with the most recent, and this was just yesterday, I posted it and then it sold within 4 hours. It is I think the brand is NC or CN porcelain. It's West German. It was made in West Germany on the stamp. Porcelain cup and saucer, and it had beautiful detailing, beautiful painting on it. And then the inside of the cup was completely done in gold. That I was able to research that the painting on the cup and on the saucer were based on a series of paintings by a French artist named Fragonard, whoever that is. Don't come at me if you know who that is, and I should know too, but I don't. Anyhow, sold this for $26.99 with free shipping. This is going to be my first test. If you were watching last video, I mentioned that I picked up a whole whack of teacups and saucers. This is the first one I'm going to be shipping. So I'm going to see what the price is of the shipping. I did it on purpose with free shipping so I could do a little test, see how much it's going to cost, and then I'll start to adjust my prices either up or down or start adding in some cost for the shipping on the listings. But so because right now I've got about 10 of them listed out of the 30 plus that I picked up. And so it's sold for $26.99, which was full asking price. Now, because it sold so quickly, I'm wondering if I maybe underpriced that piece a little bit, but I don't care. As I mentioned last video, I got all of these ceramic teacups for a grand total of probably $15 to $17. So this is going to pay for the entire lot of 30. And then from there, it's just all profit from now on. All right, next up. A W.M. Rogers Reticulated sterling silver plated serving tray. Very nice piece, picked up a couple auctions ago. Actually, by the way, everything I sold this week is from an auction. All 8 items were from an auction pick. So the auction stuff is really starting to fly off the shelves at the eBay store. They got full asking price of $17.99, plus they paid $6 towards the shipping. Beautiful serving tray. I think it was 10 inches or 12 inches across. Going to be in a nice small box, and it's super light, so it should be easy to ship. That cost me under $1 because it was in a box lot with a bunch of other items that I probably picked up for $3 or less. So nice return on that one. Up next, I picked up a bag. This was two auctions ago. I picked up a laundry bag. You know the square laundry bags that have the racks, the stands, the metal stands? Big, huge square laundry bag full of gym shorts and baseball pants and baseball shirts and that kind of thing. There were 30 or more items in that bag, and I got it for $5. Well, I sold one of the old vintage gym shorts, gym coach, softball, however you want to say it. That's how I did in the title, how everywhere I could think of saying it. I sold that for full asking price of $24.99 with free shipping. It's already fit into a poly mailer. It's going out on Monday. But again, I paid $5 for over 30 pieces. I've got a bunch of them listed already. So this is mostly profit alone on this one item, and now everything else from that bag is going to be solely profit. So it's great. Next up, interesting item, a shoe tree lot. You can see in the title there it says for BC. I got an offer on, I had two listings, split up the shoe trees, and I got an offer on one of the listings from somebody out in British Columbia in Canada. And they messaged me when they sent the offer saying they would be interested in the other lot as well if I could combine shipping. So I was home that day, I was off work, and I very quickly took down the two separate listings, combined them into one listing with a combined shipping price, and then I lowered the cost to match pretty much what their offer was, because I've had these in the store probably for 3 months now, and I'm very happy to get them out of my storage area. So I sold 8 pairs of shoe trees, shoe stretchers, I guess what is the better word, shoe stretchers, for $30, plus they paid $25 towards the shipping because they're in Canada, so the shipping prices are a lot higher in Canada, and they're also on the far west coast of the country, and I live in the east. So $25 towards the shipping US, and then $30 for the items. Again, they cost me $5 at a box lot sale. A long time ago though, so glad to have them out of the store. Up next, real small little item, but heavy, a large glass candle holder, 5 inches tall, geometric square shape. But yeah, very cute, no scratches, no marks, sold it for a full asking price of $16.99, and they also paid $8 towards the shipping because of how heavy it was. I made sure I put some shipping money on there as well, so glad to see that one on its way to a new home. One of the DVDs from a box lot way back, maybe in the first auction ever 3-4 months ago. That whole box lot, I got 40 videos for $10. I've already made more than my money back on the entire box lot, and this Best of Mad TV sold for $12.99 with free shipping. It costs $5 Canadian to ship. So off it goes. Up next, great sale. The Winston Churchill History of the Second World War entire series of hardcover books from the 1940s. I got this, if you remember, a few auctions ago for $1. The entire box lot of 6 books plus another book for $1. And it sold for $49.99 with $10 towards the shipping. So that's $60 US, which works out to approximately $75, $78 Canadian. And that cost a little bit to ship, about $24 to ship. But I still made, after fees and everything, probably $35 to $40 profit on one set of books that cost me basically next to nothing each at the auction. So yeah, super happy. And I knew that was going to go fairly quickly because it's got historical significance, and they were in great shape. A little bit of ruffles on the dust covers, but really great books. And off they go. Finally, last but not least, the Grecian urn-shaped blue milk glass pitcher. Now, I think I mentioned this in a couple of videos ago. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. There were no markings on the bottom. There was a little residue from a sticker that you could see after cleaning it. And I even put that in the listing. I put, it's a beautiful piece. It's definitely milk glass. It's not painted on. It was milk glass. And I put in the listing that I don't know if this is vintage or antique or Avon. I even put that right in the listing, so hopefully somebody got a giggle out of that. But I got a best offer of $18 plus $6 towards the shipping on the blue milk glass urn pitcher, and I shipped it. So I probably paid less than $1 for it. It was in a box lot with a bunch of other ceramics a few auctions ago, well, 3 auctions ago, and so $18 on less than a $1 investment. I'll take that all day, every day, any day, as I say. Well, that's it. There was 8 items sold. Great week. 4 of those items sold in one day on Wednesday or Thursday. No, it was Thursday. I know it was Thursday. I know it was Thursday because I was happy to make all those sales in one day because I was going to the auction that night. So, yeah, it was a good week. So I'm starting off October with a bang to start off the 4th quarter, and we'll see where it goes from here. So, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I went to an auction. Again, I know I said last week in the video that I wasn't going to be going out to any more auctions for a while because I had really paid my price, so to speak. But when I went and took some boxes back to my friends, I did find out that they had cleaned out an estate in a nearby city of somebody who was a collector. a collector of multiple vintage and antique items. He had a lot of pottery, artwork, jewelry, which I'm not interested in the jewelry, even the silver and gold stuff. There were people there that were looking at the stuff pre-sale with magnifying monocles and that kind of thing. So I knew there were some real buyers. So I stay away from jewelry anyhow, but it was fun to watch them when these pieces came up. So I picked up a whole lot of stuff. Not as much stuff as I sometimes bring home, but great items, and especially one series of things that I got, which I'll show you at the end. But first, let me show you a few of the things that I got at the auction this past Thursday. It was a lot of fun. This was very interesting. This is a metal sculpture by an artist named Boris Kramer. He's out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. A little younger than me. I think he was born in 1969. I saw on the bio that I read. But that's all he does. He does metalwork. These kinds of statues. He used to, I don't know if he still does, but he used to do them specifically for families, so you could do two parents with little kids and everything. But this one is Working Together, I think it's called, and it's corporate. Now, unfortunately, these sell in the $70 to $100 range on eBay. It's stamped, and it's definitely an original Kramer. These are in studios all over the world, apparently. But unfortunately, mine is engraved. It looks like it was maybe a speaker's gift for somebody at the anniversary dinner for a company in Toronto. So it is inscribed on the bottom, the date and what it was for this 50th anniversary. And then there's a little stamp on the back as well, you can see there. But a beautiful piece. I'm probably going to ask in the $30 to $50 range for this. It's heavy, so there will be shipping on top of that as well. But it's a really, really cool art piece made of metal. And that's all he does. He does metalwork, and it's very neat to see some of the pieces that he does. And some of them have gone upwards of $200 to $300 for the more elaborate pieces. But this one I'm probably because of the inscription, I'm probably going to ask in the $30 to $50 range once I get things figured out and listed up there on the eBay store. This little guy, I got two of these, as you can see. Blue Mountain Pottery. Now, Blue Mountain Pottery is usually green, fading into black. But once in a while they do some colors, and this one is a nice yellow duck. I got two of the yellow ducks. I think it cost me a total of $12 for the two of them. They should both sell in the $15 to $20 range, so I'm going to maybe triple my money back, but that's okay. They were cute, and nobody else really wanted them. Somebody bid me up one time, I think, on the pair, so I thought that was cute. Yellow duck to brighten up somebody's shelf in their home. All right, what's next? Let's see. Let's do this, sticking with the pottery theme. Now, this one has a little bit of a story. Okay, first of all, beautiful little bud vase with the glazing on it, made in Japan, right on the bottom. So Japanese glazing. Now, if you followed my channel at all, or if you want to look back at one of the previous videos, way back, remember I had the big, huge Hungarian vase that I researched and got word back from an art dealer in Hungary about the details about the artist and the actual vase itself and that kind of thing. Well, if you remember, it had a glaze very similar to this, with the green and the reds and that kind of thing. And so that artist for the Hungarian vase brought this style of glazing to the Eastern Bloc. And I found a Japanese one which has a similar type of glazing, and I thought that was very, very cool because that's where it originated in Japan. I'm thinking this is vintage. I'm thinking 50s, 60s, maybe. I have done not much research on this, but I did know the glaze type. But yeah, I thought it was cool that I had the Hungarian style of this kind of glaze, and now I've got the Japanese original style of this kind of glaze. So this is, again, in a box lot. Lots of great box lots at the sale the past Thursday. Probably cost me $1 max if it was in with 2 or 3 other items for $3 total. And I expect I'm going to probably list that for $15 to $20 plus shipping. So that was a nice little find as well. And interesting, when I saw it in the box afterwards, it's like, oh yeah, it's the same kind of glaze. So I thought that was pretty cool. Also in a box lot, on the box lot sale was this. It is, as you can see, the bags are still on it. A brand new, never opened, gold-plated dessert set. Server, knife, big spoon, 6 small spoons, 6 small forks. It's called Royal Sealy. Still has the original paperwork and the original box. Still a compromise on the box, but that's to be expected. But that was in a box lot. I got that for $2. We had a couple more things in the box as well, but that was the main thing I saw. And for $2, that sells between $20 and $30 on eBay. So again, I buy everything in Canadian dollars, and then I sell it for American dollars, and that's about a 25% increase right away. So I was very happy with that find. So again, on the boxes, and there's a lot of good stuff in the boxes this week. And then on the main auction, and I'd seen the previews online. They had posted a lot of the pictures, and then I did some research. And if you are a pottery collector at all or a ceramics collector at all, you will know this name. It is Roseville. Roseville, Ohio is where a very, very popular and desirable brand of pottery is made. Well, I now have a fairly good sized collection of it because I know I researched it, and it sells well, sells for a good price. And if I got the right price in the auction, I was going to pick it up. So I picked up a total of 8 pieces, 8 medium-sized or small pieces. And then there's a big one that I'll show you in a second. But it is this stuff here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? This is from the early 1900s, 1920s, I think into the 30s max, but it was 1910s to 1920s is when most of the Roseville pottery was made. This is this decoration style called freesia. This is one of the larger pieces. I'll hold that up here for a size comparison. There's one bigger vase, a couple more flatter ones that are wider, and then I got 3 sets of candlesticks, 3 pairs of candlesticks. Each one paid up a little bit for them because there was somebody else there that was bidding against me. He wanted the Roseville as well, so we went back and forth a little bit. And then I got to tell you, I got lucky because he was a smoker, and it was a long auction, and he went out for a smoke. And a couple of pieces came up while he was out for a smoke. So I got a couple of the 8 pieces that I received, that I purchased, I got for $5. Because nobody else wanted it except he and he was gone out for a smoke. So one time I've been thankful for somebody being a smoker. Anyhow, it's gorgeous stuff. It's mostly all numbered, has numbers on it to show the style of the vase, and then the number is this. It's like this one. I'll tell you right now. This is 181-5 because it's a 5-inch wide bowl. It's 5 inches, so they number all their stuff like that. But Roseville. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I paid up for it. I probably paid upwards of, for the 8 pieces, $90, probably total, maybe 100. But I expect with those 8 pieces, that's 100 Canadian, by the way, I expect to get a return in the neighborhood of $400 US. One of the bigger vase, just a little bigger than this one, recently sold on eBay for $110 itself. So I'm expecting to turn 100 into at least 400 US, which is 500 Canadian. So I'll be very happy with that. That's for the 8 medium and small size pieces that I received. Then this one came up. This is going to take a little bit of grunting. Oh, silent grunting. There we go. This is a beautiful, large Roseville jardinier pot, flower pot, obviously, but it comes with a pedestal, and the pedestal itself is 18 inches high, something like that, 18 inches high, matching pedestal. This is gorgeous, as you can see. It is got the rising sun motif on it, and the pedestal has a different kind of style on the bottom, but it's matching in color. It's green up to brown, and then brown here as well. The exact same color scheme as the pot, and then it's gorgeous. I paid $40 US for this. But right now, most of the jardiniers, if I'm pronouncing that correctly with my French knowledge, jardiniers, no, jardiniers I think is what it's supposed to be. This, I'm going to do research again. I've been looking it up because I wanted to make sure I was getting what I thought I was getting. This should list in the $300 to $500 range. I'm thinking it's going to be on the lower end because it's not as popular of a design, because it's a little plainer than some of the other ones. But it's probably going to be, let's say, $300 to $400 range for the price tag on this one on eBay, with a lot for shipping, because the two pieces together probably weigh about 30 pounds, 40 pounds. So I'll make sure there's tons of money on there for shipping. But if somebody wants that, they'll pay the shipping, no problem, because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece, and it is Roseville, and it is hopefully going to make me a little bit of money. But yeah, I paid $40 US for it, and should go in the $300 range, and I will let you know when it sells, because I know it'll sell. Roseville is very popular. The sell-through rate's like 70% almost on Roseville, so that's a very popular style of pottery, and a very, very desirable style of pot with the pedestal as well. The pedestals alone are selling for over $100 US, so I'm definitely going to make way more than my money back on that one, double my money back. So very, very happy. So yeah, I really, now I am definitely not going to be going to the auctions probably for the rest of the month, because I've really got it buckled down. I've got so much stuff to list. If you follow my Instagram at all, you saw pictures of the table. Again, I cleaned off half the table and I filled it back up again on Thursday night. And so I have so much stuff to list from last week's auction and this week's auction, so I'm definitely not going to be doing any auctions for the time being. The thing is, though, if I had the money, they didn't even touch half of the stuff that they cleaned out of this collector's house at the auction this past Thursday. The next auction next week is going to be the same type of stuff. So if you're in the Southern Ontario, Western New York area, get yourself over to RT Auctions in Niagara Falls on Thursday night, because they've got some amazing things from an estate sale that they cleaned out. And not a paid endorsement, but oh my gosh, it's Picker's Paradise is what it's called. And unfortunately, I'm picked out for now and sell some things and get the bank account back up there for the thrifting business. So what's the best find you ever had at an auction? I think I've asked that before, but let me ask it again. What is the biggest surprise find you had at an auction? Something that you couldn't believe was there and you couldn't believe you got it for that price. Leave your comments below and share it with the rest of us. I like seeing stuff like that. I think I asked that last one, but I still want to see it. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great week, and I hope it means that the fourth quarter is going to be a great fourth quarter for myself and for you. I hope things are picking up for you as well. I know a lot of people had a fairly wishy-washy September because of all the issues with the promoted listings and that kind of thing, but let's hope fourth quarter starts off with a bang for you here in October. October already. I can't believe it. Anyhow, thanks for dropping by. Please take the like button below if you like the video, so that it gets a little bit of traction and promoted to other people looking for similar videos. And if you want to follow along on the entire journey and see the things I sell and the things I pick up, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be notified every time a new episode is uploaded. It's been a lot of fun. Been a great week. Hope you've had a great week too. And I will see you soon on another episode of M Cubed. Cheers.